Here, for sure. I know people on both sides of this issue, and I know a lot of people very well on both sides of this issue. I was elected by the people who own ground and live in the Northfields to represent them. It's part of my district, and that's part of the change of government that we voted for, was so we had a regional representative rather than just all at large. So I'm torn on this issue. I'm very torn on this issue, and even until right now. But I keep thinking of a couple things. My campaign 4 years ago and my campaign this year started with, I'm a property rights guy. I'm a Republican and I stand for personal property rights. And so on that matter, I mean, it's tough for me to believe that I'm owed something by these folks in the Northfields. Now there are some property owners in the Northfields who don't want this change. So I get that as well, and that's what's got me torn here. But when I do the math by percentage, we talk about open space. The percentage of open space is still in the high 90s, the very high 90s, if this goes through. We talk about a bond. We had so much outcry over $50 a year for fire protection. Now I don't know how many folks are willing to pay for open space if they're not willing to pay for fire protection. So I have my doubts on a bond. I understand that people have differing opinions, and I respect that. Near my home, the zone was supposed to be changed to 5 acres. There was no sewer line, you had to have that. Everybody had a fit, we're not going to do that. Next thing you know, there's a sewer line, now there's 1 acre lots near my home. So I'm afraid that's what will happen here if we don't give some landowners out there something else. Or they'll run a sewer line and there will be 1 acre lots, or higher, because that's what's all around them. For that reason, I'll be voting for a change tonight, because I think it will make an equitable solution. I don't know that it's the solution, but it'll make property rights down there more equitable. Again, this isn't easy. I'm not taking it lightly, and I hope no one thinks so. Yep.
You know, I like Greg. I'm torn because I see both sides of the fence. You know, when I moved into the valley, you could see Main Street was about a mile long, and all you could see was 1 row of lights, and you couldn't see much past east or west of that. And it was always beautiful to come into the valley at night, coming down through the dam, where the dam is now, and being able to see the Northfields, and east of Heber was open, and west of Heber was open, and Midway was open. You know, when they sold Gary Conrad's piece and put a lot of houses where an east bypass was supposed to go. You know, I didn't think that was a bad thing. When they put in Timber Lakes, where Grandpa's sheep ground used to be, Grandpa Casper's sheep ground used to be. You know, that wasn't a bad thing.
Still a couple of them up there.
I know, they're pretty bony, aren't they? And you know, people had a choice to do with what they wanted with their property. Red Ledges, beautiful piece of property. Christensen's used to own that. It was lucky you could sneak in and used to be able to hunt on it, so you didn't get caught. But you know what? A lot of beautiful houses up there, and they've done a nice development up there. Problem with TDRs is we tried that. We couldn't get a receiving zone. I'll be the first one to say, let's try it again. County's 75% open space. We got forest all the way around, and if you think people aren't going to come here to go fishing and go hunting, I think you're wrong, because they'll still come no matter what happens with development. One of the best things about this county is the good people that have moved in here. There's good people that I respect and love in this room, that have lived here a long time, and there's good people that have just moved in here that I love and respect. And I appreciate everybody coming here tonight. When it comes to services out in the Northfields, Steve's right, they're going to have to build a road to county standard. People, if they want to build, they're going to have to give up some of their property for roads. There are alternative sewer systems that can be built on those properties. You don't have to have a sewer line. You don't have to. You know, people do sell water off land. You know, I'm really grateful. On Midway Lane, I run a little big piece of property, and we had 50 shares of Spring Creek water on that property. That's a lot of money. The developer came in, bought the property, and the first thing he did when he went bankrupt is sell the water off all the property. Nothing you can do with the property now without water. I just think that if we downzone to a 10-acre lot, you can laugh if you want. I appreciate that, Annie. I've never done that to you.
I'm sorry.
No, that's all right.
I'm sorry, Kip, that's
Sorry, that was,
inappropriate.
I told her.
I've been respectful to you.
I'm sorry.
I just don't think it's going to change that much, because there are people out there like Cal Giles that love the land and aren't going to sell. And if other people try to sell it when he's gone, he's going to come back and get them. But I thought really hard about this, and I never say very much, but I'm pretty passionate about Republican property rights and being a Republican.
Thanks, Dick. Young lady, you got any comments?
Time's up. I appreciate the comments we've had here tonight. I've thought about this a lot, actually over the last 12 years. It was our responsibility when I first took office to generate this general plan, and we did. And we put the verbiage with the Northfields, and it was intended to do exactly what I think it has done. And I think that same verbiage, whether we go to the 10-acre parcel, will continue to be the same. If we go from 97 to 96 to 94, whatever amount of open space, I just don't see that as intrusive to me. It's just not. We talked about the gems of the valley, and there's several gems of the valley. My mother was a Giles, Cal's sister. They came here, they owned land. My father's mother was a Bagley. They came here, and Cal, I've been in the Northfields. Our family owns a little parcel there, but it's not the best grazing ground.